Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Lunar Sessions. Today, I don't have a guest. I thought I would jump on and get in touch with you and just tell you a little bit about myself. I've been spending the last few weeks really getting value out of interviewing really cool people in the industry. And I just wanted to just touch base and tell you a bit about my history and what my journey has been in the music industry and the entertainment industry. And I really have found such value, even just personally, like chatting to everybody, learning. I've learned so much about the industry. I've learned so much about the people that I spend time with. I learned about the challenges that they face. And it's been so interesting and so informative, inspiring, motivating, just feel good. Like just getting in touch with people, especially in a time where I'm not able to see these people on a regular basis. Before I was having events weekly, twice a week, and I was seeing them on the weekends and getting in touch and seeing what's going on. And so now we've had to see each other through a lens of Facebook, social media, and to get on a platform like this and chat and let it be informative to people that are watching, like you guys. I'm just so glad that it has developed this way, and I've had such valuable guests, because when I started Lunar Sessions, it was inspired by other podcasts and other people that do a similar thing. And I'm so glad it has developed the way I wanted it to be. I thought that I meet these incredible people, and I'm surrounded by such incredible people that are doing amazing things. And I see the ins and outs of what their days and lives look like. And I was like, if other people could see what it is that these incredible people do, they might be inspired to see it in themselves, that they have similar qualities or similar challenges or mental challenges, and implement their, I suppose, coping mechanisms into their lives. In the beginning of the year, I went to an awesome women's event for Witchery. And basically the concept was they had three successful women doing a talk. So they grouped up all the ladies, and we spoke about empowerment, we spoke about mental challenges, everything we discuss here on Lunar Sessions. And it's kind of sparked something in me, and that's why I chose to do Lunar Sessions, but not for it to only stop with women, although I am very much about female and women empowerment, and I'm such a supporter of my fellow women. But there's such awesome people out there, and I didn't want it to stop at just women. I wanted it to be universal. I wanted it to be all different people. And also, like, if you have somebody that you feel is going to be valuable for Lunar Sessions, whether they are an influencer, a celebrity, just somebody who's got a great story, or somebody who's got a great mind, or someone who has just great ideas, please can you connect me with them? Because I would love to have awesome, interesting, different people, and I want to inspire people. Literally no topic is off bounds. Most of the conversations we've had are literally people in the space that I'm in, so whether it be media or music or entertainment or influencer space. So that's just because that's my circle, and that's the people that I'm interacting with. And I'm trying to grow this platform so that it can touch many people's lives and it can be informative for many people. So please, this is your platform as much as it is ours. If you guys have questions you want me to ask, if you want questions you want to ask me, please send in a Q&A, send some questions. If you want topics that you feel are important that aren't being spoken about, please chat to me. And just get in touch and let me know what you are keen to hear about or learn about or talk about. And that's what, we're in an interesting time at the moment, whether it be COVID or not COVID. Just the digital age is interesting, and we've grown and we're growing. And I think that my generation is a lot more introspective than maybe, I don't know, I think we're a bit more in touch with our emotions and our mind, and it's so beautiful to see. And we have such awesome tools and information and educational tools, I suppose, that is at our fingertips, whether it be podcasts, whether it be books, self-help books. There's just awesome, even there are books and activity worksheets that you can do on journaling and loving yourself and understanding yourself, and so you can be a better person for other people. And I think we're another thing about lockdown and everything that we've been going through, I think it has been incredibly hard for so many people, and my heart breaks daily about stories that I hear. I've definitely been protected during this time. I'm not saying it hasn't been easy. I think just like so many people, my mental health has been challenged on so many levels. Financially, I have had some hurdles, let's call it. But I really have still been blessed and protected, and that I'm just so grateful for. But I have heard of terrible stories, so I'm not excusing the fact that this time has not been incredibly difficult for so many people, and it's changed so many lives, and not always for the good, mostly for the bad. But what's been so beautiful about it is seeing people that are doing their side hustles, and now they are doing something different with their lives, and they're doing something they've been waiting to do. And this has given us the time and the space to sit and look at our lives and be like, okay, this isn't actually what I want. This is not the type of life I want to be living. This is not the type of person I want to work for. This is not the type of person I want to work with. Wait, I've been waiting my whole life to do this, become a singer, or I don't know. And I think it's time, it's the time for the entrepreneur. It's time for the creative, and people are connecting now. And like, I mean, I've been in meetings, I think, for the past like week and a half of just people doing really, really cool things. And it's been so nice to be surrounded by people that are taking such a negative way, where they've been retrenched and they've just had such a positive outlook. And I try to be as positive as possible. It's not always easy, especially when you've got a little, I want to call him demon, but I don't want to make it that bad, but like an anxious little voice. And what I'm trying to do now is I've been spending a lot of time reading and learning about myself and journaling, and what it is that I want for my life, what it is I want my relationships to look like, whether it be career relationships or personal relationships. And I've spent a lot of time with myself, and my journey is by no means over, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying learning about myself. I've always been quite introspective and hard on myself. I'm learning to be compassionate with myself, which is nice when it comes to my anxiety, because anxiety it's what's the word? I want to say promoted, but it is influenced by guilt and shame and the fear of the future. And now I'm learning to kind of, I want to say control my thoughts, because I also don't want to put my anxiety under the carpet and pretend it's not there. So I'm spending a lot of time trying to be like, okay, what are these thoughts? What if it is shame? What if it is guilt? What if it is, there's so many different words. There's other lady I listen to, Beatrice Kamau, I think, and she's called The Self-Love Fix. And she talks about like enmeshment with your family and enmeshment with relationships, and how you've got these voices in your head telling you who you should be and what you should do and how you should act and what you should say. And I think with social media, I'm covering so many topics right now, but I'm just kind of getting in touch about what space I'm in, and how it's so cool that I've been exposed to such awesome tools where I can learn that, okay, it's okay if I want to do something for me for once, or and learning about the difference between kindness and putting yourself out, and then and not actually being kindness. There's so many great platforms, and I'm just so grateful that we have technology and social media to be able to share our minds and our thoughts and get people on this podcast that can talk about their journeys. I mean, I've had really cool people, that I've had on the show, like Cara Frew, who's just released her album. Who released her latest single, and she's living in London. And then I've got Al, who just did launched his platform. And Gina, who's, as I said in our podcast, we started our careers at the same time, and we've been parallel to each other. We've both achieved really awesome success, and we've had awesome experiences and opportunities, and we've always supported each other, which is so beautiful and so cool, because I think, especially being two females in this industry, you could be ugly and you could be unkind and you could be trying to undercut each other, but we've always promoted each other. And then I've had Anna, and she's just such a beautiful energy, and she has a beautiful way of explaining things. And I'm trying to think of all the awesome people I've had. And Dan, with everything she's doing, and that was just revolutionizing the music industry. And there's just, people are doing such cool things at the moment, and I'm so grateful for a platform like this where people are tuning in and listening to what we've got to say. Because I think also the platform, I think when I created, I was thinking about the little girl in me who wanted to go into the music industry and was like, it's so cutthroat, it's so intimidating, it's so scary, and they're not going to want me. Why would they want me? What makes me special? What makes me different? What makes me chosen, if we can even call it that? And is it in my path? Am I deserving? That's some of the questions I've asked, because I think the little girl in me has asked those questions. And then when you have imposter syndrome, when you're even on the path, you're going, okay, but you're kidding yourself. You can't do this. Like, you're pathetic. You're useless. They're going to catch you out someday. This is not going to last forever. So I wanted other people to come on and talk about their mental challenges and go, okay, this is what I've dealt with. You probably are too. I'm human, but I'm still doing it. And I think a big thing that we all struggle with is the bravery to go for our dreams. So I was very lucky, not very lucky, but when I was younger, I went to my parents and I was like, I really want to go to music school. I could sing and I was a dancer, and they're like, okay, we'll send you to this music school. And I had such an opportunity to go and work with such incredible singers and learn about the contemporary and modern music business world and how to perform and brands. And I mean, Sheldon, I'm going to have him on the show as well. Sheldon is amazing, and he just completely changed my concept on what it means to be part of the music industry. And I remember I would go sing, and I even in my second week I went to Sheldon. I was like, I want to get out of the school. Like, I just don't like it. But I was actually just scared. He's like, I think you're making a huge mistake. If you want to go, that's your decision. But I think you're making a huge mistake. And I nearly did back out. I nearly went home because I wasn't like, I can't even begin to tell you how incredible the singers were there. And I didn't believe in myself. I didn't feel like I had a good enough voice or a good enough stage presence, that I was I don't want to say chosen one, that's so heebie-jeebie, but like I just didn't feel like I was deserving of it or was part of my path. And I made incredible friends and I learned so much. I learned from the other singers there and the other performers there. And then I came out of school and I was like, okay, I love music and I love singing, but it's safer for me to go into the media world. But I mean, over and above that, when I was young, I remember I used to watch a TV show and I was like, I need to be in media, I need to be in entertainment, I need to be in this cool, I want to work with really cool people, accomplished people, I want to work with the stars, I want to be a part of it somewhere, whether I'm a star or I'm working with a star. And with that, I went on to love this industry. I didn't know where I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a singer, but it's always been the two minds. And then when I came out of school, I got an internship at Universal Music through a friend at the time. And I was so scared and I was so nervous, I was so intimidated. And I just literally worked and did any work that I could and just showed that I was ready to learn and hungry to learn. And I think that hunger to learn and do anything, I think that has been the key up until now. Just being willing and having a good work ethic and showing up on time and not being too good for anything, not being entitled, helped me earn my place and earn my respect of different people. And then I moved with Universal and the music was still on the side. I mean, I wasn't singing, I was dancing at the time. I was competing in Latin American. And that was very cool because I mean, we did really, really well. And I mean, we won some competitions and it was so good for my self-esteem. And I think it brought out the spunky in me because Latin American's very funky and sexy and fun. And I was competing, and then I'm trying to think. I remember there was one, I think I was even listening to a Cruella song. And I was like, flip, man, I need to sing. I need to go for this. Oh no, I was in Thailand. Sorry. I was in Thailand with a friend, and I'd already developed a good foundation in the media industry. And I really do believe, like, even though I love singing, I do believe I have a calling for the PR work that I do and the publicity work and working with brands and entertainers and artists and personalities, because I love seeing their dreams come true. I love promoting. There's nothing, no better feeling in the world than when you get a good story for the people you work with, or you get them exposure, you see their dreams come true. So I do want to say that, like, my passion definitely lies with I think there was a time where I was like, am I going for PR just because I'm too scared to go for music? And as much as I have been too scared to go into singing, I do have a calling for PR and publicity and branding and advertising and marketing and exposure in general. So I'm lucky I have two loves. But anyway, so I was in Thailand with a friend. We were on the beach and we were sitting with a dog, and there was a full moon, which I love the full moon. If you know me, like, it's my sign for everything. And I just said, dude, I need to do this. I've got this hunger. I need to go for it. I need to sing on whatever platform it is, whether there's 40,000 people listening or there's 3. I just want to sing and I want to build this brand. And I built Karma. And I mean, I did have some momentum, I think, in the beginning. Like, no, I definitely did. Like, everything kind of fell into place. I had from coming from nothing. I had a music video made for me complimentary. I got the song done at like a ridiculous cost. Like, the ball just started rolling, showing me, okay, you can kind of do anything you set your mind to. And I built Karma and I built up this brand, and it was so cool. It was so cool to make this project of, and I really do believe she is an extension of who I am. And there was even a time when I had a little bit of an identity crisis, but I'm not even going to get into that. But when I created Karma, she was like everything I wanted to be, and she had vision, she was cool, and she was confident. Not that I'm not confident. I think I'm just a bit, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not confident. Like, I can, but yeah, so I battled with that. I'm not going to get into all of that. But anyway, so I created Karma, and she's just been such a like awesome part of my life and a best friend, and I can kind of be, she makes me believe I can be anything I want to be. But anyways, then the music, the singing kind of took a step to the side. And I think that's because I had that belief in myself, and then I lost it again. And then I really put all my time and investment into my career, which, I mean, has been so incredibly valuable. I have worked with and on the most incredible opportunities. I mean, I've had the experience of running backstage for Global Citizen, working with Oprah and Trevor Noah and Naomi Campbell, and running all the speakers at Global Citizen. I've worked on I've done the PR for all the international productions over the past few years, and I've been blessed with such incredible opportunities just to meet people in this industry that are so awesome, so like welcoming, and just people that also, if you're willing to learn, they'll like take you on. And if you've got a good work ethic, if you're loyal, if you're trustworthy, if you're responsible, they'll take you on. And then again, I've also had experiences working on Ultra with Martin Garrix and Steve Aoki. And I mean, I really have been so blessed to literally look at my life and go, this is what I want, and do. I'm sitting here and I'm going, shit, I did it. I've done it. I mean, there's still so much more I want to learn, and so much further I need to go, and there's so much more I need to learn and do, and I'm not anywhere where I want to be yet. But I'm so proud of myself for looking at, I must have been 13 years old, and I was standing in the crowd at Pink. It was my first international concert, and going, I need to be a part of this. It's not enough for me to be in the crowd. Like, I need to be a part of this. And I was so scared that it wasn't going to be enough. Like, even if I did get there, or even if it didn't, like I just had this need. And then I've had such amazing opportunities, and I don't take a single one of them for granted. I don't take a single person who's given those opportunities to me, or presented them to me, or welcomed me for granted. So I'm just so grateful. That's also, I just want to say that. I just want to, say thank you to everybody who's opened a door for me and given a hand and said, okay, we'll help you, or yeah, I can introduce you. And anyways, so that's that side. And then the ball started rolling again with Karma, and I'm excited about where she's going. The music that I'm creating with Eden Wexter is really truly the vision that I want. You guys will be like, if you're into Billie Eilish and Halsey and a bit of an edgier, darker sound, but sexy but beautiful words and lyrics that mean something, I think you will really love it. And it's probably not going to be released anytime soon. Unfortunately, my plans for my music have taken a little bit of a sidestep because it's just not right now, but I do believe it's coming, and I'm not avoiding it anymore. But what I was trying to say about being brave and why I started talking about this, I hope I'm not going on too many tangents. I do tend to do that. That's why I like to do interviews and questions, have somebody talk to me. But anyways, there was something I was thinking about the other day, because we talk about, I'm too scared to do something, and that's something we always battle with. Like, I'm not going to do it because I'm scared, or I'm scared I'm going to fail, I'm scared of failure, and that's a huge thing. But like, I was like, okay, so if I don't do it and I just sit here in this fear, I'm going to sit with two emotions: fear and regret. Fear that I'm not going to do it, and regret that I haven't done it. And you're always going to be in a situation where it's not a possibility. But at least if you go for it and give your all, you have like at least one, I don't know percentages, I'm not statistical person, if that makes sense, but you at least have 1% better chance than you did when you weren't doing anything. You might be disappointed, but then I think if you're a mover and a shaker, and you are talented, and you have good work ethic, and you're adaptable and flexible and hardworking and have good work ethic, you will adapt, and you will find a way of making it work. You just have to be driven by that passion. That's also been a theme that we've spoken a lot in the Lunar sessions, and maybe that's just because I surround myself with people that are very passionately driven. So please, if you have anybody else on the show that isn't passionately driven, that are doing cool things but they're happy, I would love to have them on and see what their secret is, because obviously I surround myself with people that are passionately driven, because that's what resonates with me, and I love seeing people doing something that they're passionate about. Like, that is the best thing in the whole world. And I've had arguments with people, but I'm keen to talk to people that have a different perspective. But what was I saying? Just go for it. Like, go for it. And if you're adaptable and you want it enough, you will change and you'll make moves. And rejection is a hard thing, failure is a hard thing. And I think when you shake it off and look at it as a lesson and you go, okay, that didn't work. I mean, I remember when I started out even just in the PR side of things, and I was working at a label and I wanted to work on a big international show, and I was so scared. I was so scared. It was like a huge one. It was at FNB Stadium. I think it was Justin Bieber, yeah, and I wanted to work Justin Bieber. And I was so scared. And I was like, law of attraction, I'm going to visualize being at the concert. I'm going to visualize, and it didn't work out. And I was so upset. I was so disappointed. I'm like, law of attraction, that's crap. That doesn't mean anything. But then when I did get the opportunity to work Justin Bieber, I was in my element. I knew better of what I was doing. I felt more comfortable in what I was doing. I think it was more the right timing. So there's been disappointments in my career. There's things that haven't worked out, and I've been sad, but I always try to shake it off. And I think that has been a problem this year, is that I lost a little bit of that, like, let me shake it off and let's be positive. So I'm so glad to be getting back to who I am and where I am, and like that positive mindset of, okay, cool, that was a lesson, let's move on. I'm a solution-based person, so let's shake it off and figure out what to do next. What can I learn? How can I grow from this? But lockdown has just taught me so much about myself and people around me, and I think it's been like that for everybody. And I think it's really a rebirth for so many people. It's a rebirth in their new life, into a new life, where it's a new beginning, it's a new change, it's a new normal. We're not going to go back to the way we were. We needed to slow down, we needed to pause. I mean, when else are we going to have time to spend time with our families and friends the way, I mean, if you were at home in lockdown and you were following strict regulations, when are you going to have that time with yourself? And I really do. I want you guys to know that I'm praying every night for the people that haven't necessarily had the best time and haven't been protected, but they have been. I mean, the universe, or God, I believe in God, if you believe in the universe, has protected you, and I hope you believe in that. I hope you believe that somebody's holding your hand and that you're going to be okay. But yeah, like, I'm excited to see what the future holds. I really do feel like I'm in a good place with my career and all the things that I'm doing, and I just feel like that's creating a momentum, which is really fun, because it's really now, I think I'm getting the ball rolling. So it's almost like an avalanche. Like the more I'm getting the ball rolling, the more opportunities becoming available, the more confident I'm feeling, the more opportunities I'm seeing and seeking, and I think it's just awesome. And I think, I don't know, I do think that we're coming out of the worst part of it all. I'm hoping I'm not wrong in that, but I do feel like there's something new in the air, and there's something warmer, and I mean, besides the cold weather that we've had here in South Africa. But I think we're coming out of it, and I think that we need to now be positive and come together and be kinder to each other and be kinder to ourselves. I think that is a big lesson I've learned, is to be kind. I realized how badly I talked to myself and spoke to myself, and how much that was making me seek other people's validation. And now I'm like, okay, maybe you wouldn't have to seek other people's validations if you weren't being so flipping ugly to yourself. Because you sit there and you go, why didn't you respond to that email in time? And, why did you not do this? Why didn't you do that properly? You're such an idiot. And you talk, and I realized I wouldn't talk to my friends like that. I wouldn't talk to my family like that. Why would I talk to myself like that? And that's something that I'm learning, is to be self-compassionate and self-forgiving, and just have good chats with myself and make sure I'm my own person's best friend. And it's been so rewarding. But over and above everything, I'm not going to go on forever, but please, if you have anything that you want me to, any topics you want me to touch on, if you want to come on the show and you have a really good story, please get in touch. This is not only me reaching out to other people, this is also your platform. So I'd love to hear from you. If you have anything you want me to cover, please, 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 whether it be anxiety, depression, positivity, alignment, self-love, how to be successful, what mindset helped you be successful, what mindsets might have prevented you from achieving success, how you bounce back from rejection, how you bounce back from failure. I want to know. I want your secrets, because I want people to be their best selves, and I want to be my best self, and I'm excited about this platform. As I said, I have spoken to some awesome people, and I always walk away from the platform with such a song in my heart, because I've learned and I've seen people's passion and joy and success. So with all of that being said, I'm so excited for you guys to see the music that I do release when I do. I promise you it's coming, but thank you so much for being so patient with me. I hope you guys did enjoy Panic Room. And I hope you it meant something to you. I hope you could relate to it and made you feel better, made you feel less alone. Even though I didn't write the song, it is something very close to my heart. It is playing on Jacaranda, East Coast Radio, a whole bunch. But please, please, please have a listen. Let me know what you think. Keep in touch about the platform. And thank you so much for listening to me rabble on. I just felt like I needed to get in touch with you guys today and speak about a bit about myself and about where I'm coming from, so you could get to know me a little bit. But I'm going to be back with some new guests from next week. So I look forward to chatting to them and sharing my stories with them, and them sharing their stories. But please, as I said, this is your platform as much as it is ours. So get in touch. Thanks again, and I love you all madly, and I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful for this platform. So please help us share it, and please help us grow it, because I really want to touch people's lives. That's the whole purpose of it. I really want to empower people. So thank you so much for joining me today. So much love. Have a good afternoon, evening.